Hi guys, what's up? Mike Gross here, rockinguitarlessons.com. How you guys doing? This is just a brief tutorial, putting the word out about taking guitar, bass, or singing lessons on the computer. Man, where have the years gone? I wish they had this back when I was a kid. I had to wait. I had to beg my parents for like, 12 bucks or whatever to get money so I can order my Doug Mark's Metal Method or my Starlicks. And my dad would usually make me go weed the garden, which took about 2.5 hours on a Saturday. And then I'd have to go back because I missed certain weeds and stuff and have to pluck those out. I had to work for that stuff. Man, but I didn't care. As long as I knew I was getting my guitar lessons, I was going to be cool with it. But anyways, quick little history here. I've been teaching since, I always miss the actual year. I want to say, it has to be 92. Yeah, around 92. But that's all I've done for really most of my life is teaching. I love it. It's my passion. I enjoy it. All ages, all styles, all levels. I love it. I feel very blessed to have the job that I have. Over the years, obviously, as time has changed, the world that I grew up in the 80s, which was my prime, playing years when I started playing guitar and all that, we didn't have like the internet and all this stuff. If you would have told me that I'd be doing this someday, I would have probably laughed at you back then and been like, yeah, right. I'll be teaching someone in Canada or Australia or Japan or Switzerland. You gotta be kidding me. But over the past almost 2 years now, well, my channel's been open almost 2 years. I think in May it'll be 2 years. And but I started teaching Skype because you guys were hitting me up about it. And Jolene, my wife, was like, Mike, why don't you do it? No, you're not gonna be able to teach this old dog new tricks. I don't need to. So glad I did, because it's really my primary way now. It makes me more mobile. Meeting some fabulous people, man, and making some good friends along the way too. I love it. But and the results is really what it's about. And working on whatever you want to work on is what it's about. And I have a few of you that are like, well, I'm not sure, Mike. I'm going to play for you, and you tell me where you want to take me. I'm totally cool with that. I'm a laid-back teacher. But I do know how to get results out of my students. That is my goal, is when you're done with your lesson that you feel like, yeah, man, I've got some nuggets here to work on. And that's what I pride myself on. And I like to do that with every single student that I have and every lesson that I have. And Jolene is the same way. So basically, if you go to rockinguitarlessons.com, that's my temporary site as of today, me speaking. It won't be temporary for long. There's a page on there that talks all about the lessons on Skype. Plus I talk about it in every one of my video lessons at the end. But that is the transition that's going on in Mike Gross's world. Is just, it's crazy. It's definitely a change. What I've wound up doing is fizzling out one of the stores that I was teaching at. I'm still in one store. And becoming more mobile because of the demand. So I want to keep putting these out there. If I don't have a time open for you, I can put you on a waiting list. I've got a few other people on the list for specific days and times. There's definitely not as many openings now as there was, say a year ago. I think I've been probably teaching on Skype for probably about a year, I guess. Maybe a little longer than that, but close to it. And but anyways, I know I'm jumping around. On the website, it lists everything. The requirements, high-speed internet is a must, which I guess everybody has now anyways. And just there's a few little things that if you've never used Skype that I can explain to you, and one of them is, I can tell you right here, make sure you're signed out of AOL, Facebook, Twitter, log out of all that before the lesson, and it's not a bad idea to reboot your computer right before. You got, boom, a fresh start. If I ever have any difficulties, which sometimes you do, dealing with computers, if I sign out of Skype and sign right back on, usually if there's an issue, that fixes it right there. But there's really not many issues that can't be dealt with. It's working really smoothly for the most part. So lost track. All your information is at rockinguitarlessons.com. That's what I was getting at. There's a page on there that talks about strictly you know, everything involved with taking lessons on Skype, the requirements and all that. Obviously, if you're a minor, you're under 18, you'd need your parents' permission, which I have. I have a few younger students too. Majority of them seems like they're, I don't know, 25 and on up to 55. But you know, if you're a youngster and your parents are cool with it, I'll definitely teach you. Make sure, you know, I'm obviously not going to mention names, but this has happened several times where I'll have, because my phone number is posted, and I don't mind, you know, but if you're inquiring about it, the Skype lessons, you can call the business phone, but it's probably easier just to email me, mike@rockinguitarlessons.com. But I had just make sure you check with your parents beforehand. I had an issue with one in particular, and you know, he's talking to the parent in the background, and the parent wasn't too pleased, and I guess the son was making some bad decisions and blah blah blah. So anyways, work all that stuff out with your parents if you're a minor ahead of time. Please make sure they're okay with it. And you know, I could talk to you, but before it's said and done, I should probably speak with your parents, or at least email back and forth, make sure everything's clear. The way the payments work, I have a PayPal account. It's paypal.com, and the way that you, which as you know is a safe and secure, you know, safe site, you make payment using my PayPal email, which is tvxpunk@aol.com. That's just, it's one that I had used back when I was in my band, the Velma Fix, back in the day, in the early 2000s. And when I started teaching on Skype, it showed that I already had a PayPal. I'm like, what? No, I don't. But I researched it and realized, oh, that's my old band one. So in case you're wondering, what's that email for? That has nothing to do with it. That's what it has to do with. It's related to my old band one. So anyways, the cool thing is, like I said, we can work on complete songs, solos to songs, brushing up on stuff that you've wanted to work on, and that's really been kind of the hot ticket for most of you guys and gals out there that you're wanting to work on, is fine-tuning a lot of stuff, because a lot of people can play parts of songs, you know, some can play full songs. There's nothing wrong with playing parts of songs, but getting to the next step is what we need to work on, and fine-tuning it. I have a student, Carl, in Australia. Hope you watch this. Carl is the coolest dude, man. Super, super nice guy. Good player. And that's kind of what we're doing for his lessons on Skype, is we're going through like the Motley catalog and fine-tuning the little things, even if it's a slide and leading into something. And Carl, if you're watching this, dude, you're nailing it. You know, consistently nailing it, and we're getting the small things going. So, but we can work on whatever, you know, scales, certain techniques of soloing, sweep picking, adding tap slides and taps and all that stuff, tricks, anything under the sun. We can help you and get you in the right direction. So anyways, we'll end this one here. If it's vocal lessons you're interested in, still hit me up first, and I will give you Jolene's Skype name for the vocal classes. But send as much information as you can when you do email me about maybe, you know, how old you are, how long you've been playing, the guitar players and styles and bands that you like, and maybe some ideas as far as if you have some goals that you would like to take care of. Oh, also, last thing on Skype, one thing I do for those of you who want it is, you know, a lot of you guys will take notes as we're doing the lesson, but Skype allows me to send up to a 3-minute video. So I have several of my students that's how we'll wrap up the lesson. I wish they gave me more time, but I'll go over the parts or the key parts and send that in the video, and it comes right into your text box on Skype, so you can actually refer to it. If you forgot something there, you got the visual and the audio. But I suggest taking notes, and if there's a way, I have a few of my students that actually video the whole, you know, hour class or a half-hour class, whatever they're taking. But that's really the best idea if you can set up something to record the whole lesson, because it's hard to cram an hour lesson into a 3-minute video. So anyways, I'll stop there. All the pricing and all that stuff is at the website rockinguitarlessons.com, so be sure to go over there, check it out, and keep your requests coming. I've got a busy week. Got NAMM coming up. You guys probably heard me talking about that. A lot of RGL business taking place down there. It's going to be fun. It's Disneyland for us musicians. So anyways, peace, you guys. Appreciate each and every one of you. Subscribe, request. I'm Mike Gross, rockinguitarlessons.com.